Y'all get ready because this new video featuring Diddy, J-Lo, and none other than Will and Jada Smith just dropped, and it's got everyone talking. Allegations about Diddy's infamous parties have been coming to light daily, but this footage, it might just be the tipping point. Now with whispers of clips being leaked on the dark web, it seems like J-Lo and the Smiths are next up on the chopping block. Let's dive into this crazy mess. Diddy's secret recordings. What was really happening? Apparently Diddy didn't just throw these epic parties. He documented them with hidden cameras all over his mansion. Yeah, you heard that right. Everything was allegedly on tape, and the feds now have their hands on it. Sources close to the case say these tapes are filled with jaw-dropping footage of Diddy's famous guests, letting loose like we've never seen before. And here's the wild part. Rumor has it, some of these recordings leaked onto the dark web, which is how certain clips of J-Lo, Will, and Jada ended up in the public's hands. And get this, people are paying a small fortune for access to these clips, turning Diddy's scandalous parties into something much darker. These tapes could mean big trouble for everyone involved, especially since no one expected those wild nights to come back and haunt them like this. Diddy's ex-bodyguard drops bombshells. Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, has been making headlines, spilling all the tea on his time working for the mogul. According to Gene, there was one night that nearly ended in a fistfight between Diddy and Will Smith, all because of J-Lo. See, back in the early 2000s, Diddy was dating J-Lo, and he wasn't about to let anyone come near her.
I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his own some kind of way, like, and then he went like this, you know, like, and I went over towards him. I know to go over there towards him. So I go over towards him, and he said to me, he said, yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer.
Gene recalled this one party where Will and Jada were cozying up to J-Lo, and Diddy wasn't having it. Gene said, I could tell Diddy was getting mad. He turned to me and said, I think Will and Jada are trying to get with Jennifer. I want you to be next to them and see what they're doing. Gene even joked that he gave Will some space, just in case things got physical. According to him, if Will had wanted to throw hands, Diddy wouldn't have stood a chance. This story is blowing up because it's one of those moments that shows just how intense things got at these parties. And now, with video footage reportedly capturing it all, it's got people wondering just how far Diddy's obsession with J-Lo went. J-Lo's ex speaks out. Ask her about those parties. But hold up, it's not just Diddy's people talking. J-Lo's ex-husband, Ojani Noah, also decided to get in on the conversation, and he did not hold back. He recently posted online, saying he never went to Diddy's infamous freak-offs, but he claimed that J-Lo did. Ojani has been vocal about his marriage to J-Lo falling apart when her career took off, and he feels like Diddy's influence was a big factor in their split. He even hinted that certain tapes might exist, showing what went down during those parties. So, did J-Lo really get caught up in Diddy's scene? Ojani says yes, and he's more than happy to let her deal with those questions now. Diddy's awkward interview on Jimmy Kimmel. Now, you'd think Diddy would have kept his cool with all this heat coming his way, but his recent interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live told a different story. When Kimmel brought up Gene Deal's claim about Diddy almost fighting Will over J-Lo, Diddy tried to laugh it off, but you could tell he was uncomfortable.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
Then, instead of addressing the rumors, Diddy tried to switch gears, talking about his new project, the Love album, Off the Grid. He went on about how it's a vibe album, but the audience could tell he was just trying to steer away from the drama. Fans couldn't stop talking about how dodgy he looked, especially since every time Diddy's freak-off parties come up, he gets visibly tense. It's like he knows there's only so much dodging he can do before the truth comes out. Will and Jada's open marriage, did it play a role?
It was never an open relationship.
Thank you. But yes, it was
a transparent. You say it's a transparent relationship.
Now, we all know Will and Jada have a, let's just say, unique relationship. Their marriage has been open to all sorts of rumors for years, from entanglements to claims of swinging, and even long periods of separation. Jada herself confirmed that she and Will have been living separate lives since 2016, which has only fueled talk about their alleged alternative lifestyle. With this new footage coming to light, Will and Jada's open relationship comes into focus.